are you? So glad to see you here. Even though I'm not seeing you here, I'm talking to a camera. You know, like a crazy person. So what's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel, you know, generic YouTube intro. The thing I'm not good at. I'll never be good at it. I'm very awkward in person. If you see me in public, I will not know how to respond. Just keep that in mind. Usual disclaimer, if I go out of focus at any point in time, it's either because I have a crap camera or my house is probably haunted. I feel like the camera thing is more likely, but you never know. The world is strange. So, I feel like we've been friends for quite some time, right? Like, we've been friends for a good while. And I ask you all the time how you're doing, what's going on in your life, what kind of things do you like to do, what did you do for Valentine's Day? I don't really talk about myself much. I like to keep it that way because I feel like I'm not that interesting as a person, but there's a solid 12 of you out there that seem to think I'm pretty okay and not that terrible. So I went to the wonderful world of Instagram, and I was like, hey, is there anything you want to know about me? And everyone was like, yeah. So that was pretty cool. Wasn't expecting that. There are people out there that think I'm interesting, amazing, wow. Never knew what love felt like until this moment. So I will be reading from my phone and looking down a lot. I rarely make eye contact with the camera because I'm awkward. So I did take those questions and saved them here on my phone for easy reference. I got about 1 million of them because some people sent in like 2 or 3 questions at a time, which was super duper cool. And you guys, again, I already said it, if you follow me on Instagram, but you guys asked some really like cool questions, and I really appreciate that because of course people are going to be like, how long does it take you to do your makeup, or like, you know, general things, but you guys asked some really neat questions, so I'm excited to answer them. I don't want to ramble too much, and I hope this video doesn't get too long because I know, like, my average watch time is, like, 5 minutes a video, but, hey, I'll take it. I'm just happy that you're here, however long you're here. Thanks for being here. You didn't have to take time out of your day to watch this at any length, and the fact that you're doing that is pretty freaking incredible. So, thank you so much. Alright, on to the questioning. So, the first question I got is, do you have pets? And yes, I do. I feel like a lot of people do. I couldn't imagine not having animals in my life. I don't really consider them pets as much as they're kind of my children. They're little beings that I share my living space with. I don't feel like I own them. I feel like they reside with me. I have 3 dogs. There's Bean, Scruff, and Nugget. I'm going to find a picture to put up here with all 3 of them. Scruff is the little scraggly dog creature. Nugget is the one that looks like an old man with the full beard, and then Bean is my chihuahua. I have a ferret. His name is Itachi, and I have 1 boa and a leopard gecko and a tank full of koi and goldfish. So the next one is, what is the reason you started doing YouTube? You know, I've said this before, a lot of people don't know, this is not my first channel. This is not my second channel. This probably won't be my last channel, depending on how things go. I have been on and off of YouTube for as long as, like, you know, like, back when all we had was, like, Ray William Johnson and, like, Potter puppets, you know what I mean? I've been on and off of YouTube for so many years. I never stuck with it because I don't respond well to criticism, and I'm not talking about constructive criticism. I don't do well with hate comments. I get them a lot, like, not even on the internet, just in my daily life. People will come into my store and, like, be like, oh, will you take a picture with me because I think you're cute? And I know they're making fun of me, like, they just want to put me on Snapchat, like, hey, look at this dumb bitch I saw on Hot Topic, lol. And it hurts my feelings, you know, but now that I'm older, I feel like I can handle it a little bit better, because to put yourself out there on the internet at all, you have to be open to that sort of thing. You have to recognize not everyone's going to love you, not everyone's going to watch your videos, not everyone is going to leave a pleasant comment on your videos. And it's like that wherever you post, Twitter, Instagram, you're really always setting yourself up for receiving that kind of negative feedback. And it takes a lot. You have to really be strong and be comfortable with yourself. And I just really like to put it out there that I am that strong person. I'm not always. I am actually, I do get insecure and stuff, you know, but I've been on this planet for almost 25 years. There is nothing anybody can say to me that I haven't already heard. So I just try not to take things to heart, because I feel like if people are leaving those comments, it is something within themselves. They have some type of insecurity. They need to bring you down just because they're down. So the reason I started back with YouTube is this is all I've ever wanted to do in my life. And I know everybody wants to be a YouTuber, but no, literally when I was a child, this was my dream. I thought, okay, screw college, screw any of that, I don't care, I'm going to be a YouTuber, I don't need any of that, which kinda was and wasn't a mistake. I mean, I feel like if I'd finished my degree, I still wouldn't be using it, but, I just never made any other life plans, because I knew this is what I wanted to do, and I feel like, you know, I'll be 25 in September, it's now or never, you know, like, it's now or never, and it is hard, and I got very fortunate just because, you know, I have you guys here supporting me. I didn't think I would get this much support right off the bat. I knew it was going to be a lot of hard work. And it is. Even with my one video a week, it's still a lot of planning and hard work. And, you know, am I going to have time to edit this because I work full-time and things like that? I don't know. It's hard, but it's very rewarding. So I guess the short answer is I started YouTube for me, you know? Like, I needed something to just really, I don't know, fill this void that's inside me. This is my dream, and I'm going to pursue it. I don't think I'm ever going to be, like, top tier, millions of subs. Absolutely not. I don't even think I'll ever get to the point of monetization. But I don't care, because this is something I genuinely enjoy, and I'm going to do it no matter what. Even if it's just a hobby, that's fine. It's my favorite hobby, you know? This is the thing I've always come back to, and what I've always wanted to do. So if you're thinking about starting a channel and it's something that you've always truly wanted, not just something like, oh, maybe I'll try it, which you can. If you don't like it, you can stop. It's easy. But it's something you really have to want, you know, because, again, putting yourself out there is not easy. What does your real hair look like? You can see it in pretty much every video. It's not that interesting. It's about, the longest part's about right here. It's a vertical bob. I have it dyed black, but my roots are blonde, and I look pretty trashy. It's not that great. It's not fun. I consider just ripping my wig off for this part of the video, like, there you go, but no, literally, if you just go to, like, my very first video, the wig tutorial, it's out in that video. Any of my makeup videos, my hair's out before I put on my wig. I'm not ashamed of my hair or anything, it's just, like, not it, you know what I mean? So, I like wigs, they're easy, they're fun, they're damage-free, that's just what I stick with. Does your husband have a fun style, too? He's not really, like, an aesthetic kind of person. He's just, like, you know, jeans and a pair of shorts kind of guy. He does wear a lot of, like, brands, like, Primitive, or, like, t-shirts I've gotten him from Hot Topic, like, music and comic books and stuff. But he doesn't really fall under a particular style. He's just, like, pretty much a regular dude. He is full-sleeved, like, with tattoos and stuff, but I don't know. Though he does change the way he dresses, like, from time to time, but it's never been, like, a super particular style, so. I feel like I'm such a loud person as far as style goes, so it's kind of nice to have that balance of he's not super loud in how he looks, so I don't know if that makes sense, but I feel like it works that way, you know? Is your natural hair considered as an emo haircut, or do you have a normal haircut? I feel like it could go either way. Like, it just depends on how you style your hair, really. My natural hair does have a lot of layering in it, and I can, like, tease it up, and if I put in extensions, you know, it's easy to get about the style that I have going on right now. But it can also just be, I can straighten it, and it's, like, normal hair. So, I like versatility, because I do realize that as an adult, sometimes you're going to have to go places, like funerals, job interviews, important places, and you have to tone it down. So, that's one reason why I have this wig, because I can just take out these little extensions, and it's like a normal color, and it's fine, and it's not like super big and crazy. But I try to keep my hair pretty low-key, just in case if I have something important to do, you know, I can I just need to touch up my roots and, like, we're good, you know? So that's something you do have to think about. Like, just because, yeah, it's cool to have your own unique style and things like that, but the bar of what's normal, considered normal now, is a lot different than how it used to be. Like, I am pretty much socially accepted, but there is a time and a place for everything. So I do try to keep my own hair relatively normal, just in case. Do you have a favorite ice cream flavor? Probably strawberry. Like, if I'm just picking, like, out of the classics, chocolate, vanilla, strawberry. Strawberry. I don't know why. I love strawberry. That's, like, my favorite thing. Favorite food? Mac and cheese. No contest. Maybe spaghetti. Maybe sushi. I'm just gonna say mac and cheese. Favorite movie? The Labyrinth with David Bowie. I have some things back here. I don't know if you can see it in the camera. I don't think you can. I think you're just cut off. But I'm going to do a room tour eventually, and I'll show you little stuff. It's a Jim Henson movie. You know, like the Muppets. Do you remember the Muppets? Okay. The guy that designed the Muppets. He designed the puppets for this movie, and it was... There's a lot that went into this movie, and it's amazing, because back then we didn't really have, like, CGI and stuff like that, so every, like, creature in that movie was built. Like, they built these big, like... huge puppets that are like 4 times the size of a person, and like someone actually had to control them and operate them. But it's an amazing movie. Jennifer Connelly was in it when she was younger. It was like her as like, I don't think she might have been a teenager or like very young adult. But yeah, if you haven't heard of it, it's because you're probably young and have your whole life ahead of you, but definitely look into it. Ask your parents about it. They probably remember it. Fantastic movie. Are you a manager at Hot Topic? Yes, I am. We're just gonna leave it at that. Favorite tattoo you've gotten? Okay, so I only have 5, so it's easy to narrow it down. I just started getting tattooed, like, within the past couple years. I don't know, I love them all, you know, this is cool. This is cool. My Hello Kitty is pretty awesome. Just because my tattoo artist, I can literally just say, hey, here's the gist of what I want, and then just, like, do whatever with it. Like, I trust him to literally draw whatever he wants on my body, because I don't like getting too picky about how I want stuff, because he's an artist, you know? I want to give him room to, you know, art stuff. You know what I mean? Like, give him some kind of creative control, because he's an artist. So, I don't know. I get it. So, I told him I wanted Hello Kitty, but, like, make it spooky, and that's what he came up with. So, I have my little serial killer Hello Kitty with a machete. This one has a lot of meaning to me, just because, like, not just, like, grr, but, you know, I got that with my dad, so that's really important. My anti-possession symbol over here, that's really important to me, because my best friend got the same one, so it's like our friendship tattoos. I don't know. So, I don't really have a favorite. I love them all for different reasons. My favorite makeup brand and why? I'm gonna say, of course I want to say Jeffree Star Cosmetics, but I'm just gonna say Wet n Wild, because they went from being like bottom of the barrel, you got it at the dollar store, it's gonna be crap, up into like, they freaking slayed it. Their highlighters are killing it, they got primers, they got setting sprays, it's all affordable. So I think that's really amazing that we live in a world now where you can get quality makeup products at the drugstore. Wet n Wild, you know, I've been using Wet n Wild products since I first started doing makeup when I was about 12 or 13, so I'm gonna give it to them. How old were you when you got into the emo scene fashion lifestyle? Okay. So I don't really have, like, I never really lived, like, a certain scene lifestyle. I'm sure I did when I was a teenager, like, that very cringy, like, raw XD kind of personality, very loud and obnoxious. So, but now it's just mainly about the aesthetic, and even, like, most of the aesthetic I don't really follow through. The only stereotypical part of me is, like, the hairstyle. I've always loved that. But for the most part, I incorporate a lot of different styles into my personal style. So you have a lot of, like, e-girl kind of things I take inspiration from, Y2K, the Japanese Gado style I look up to a lot. Things like, I get a lot of fashion inspiration from, like, the early seasons of Jersey Shore. Just, I like to mix it up, you know, and I take all these different things I'm interested in, and it kind of helps me create my own personal style. Even though, you know, I have the hair and stuff, I don't even think I'm, like, fully anything. I used to be, like, the sceniest kid in the world, but, I don't know. I'm an adult now. I like to change it up. but I will always love the hairstyle. I was about 12 when I started like really getting into it. When I was younger, I had one friend, and she was very Abercrombie and Fitch, like Hollister, and she used to tell me, you know, wear my clothes, put this on, you'd look so much prettier if you just dress normal, boys would like you so much better. And then one day I was like, I don't give a damn what these boys like. I don't know, I just always felt this pressure to be what everyone else wanted me to be. And then when I first got my MySpace when I was 11, I saw this subculture of people that had this crazy hair and these bright colored bracelets and clothing, and you know, they were just so accepting of like people of the LGBT plus community, and you know, just really being yourself. And I was just really drawn to that. I was drawn to that acceptance and knowing that there were others out there that, you know, felt the same way and didn't really want to conform to the societal standards. So that was something I immediately got behind and kind of helped mold me into who I am today. So I feel like people see like the old cringy MySpace scene pictures and they don't really know the impact that that community had and like what it truly represented, you know? I know I'm on a tangent, but that was something I wanted to put out there. How long have I worked at Hot Topic? 3 years. Where do I get my wigs? I have a local beauty supply store. That's where I got this one. This one was like $90. It was very expensive. But most of the ones you guys see me like do in my tutorials and reviews, they're just $10 cosplay wigs from Amazon. I know it's like people think you have to have all kinds of money to buy wigs. You can find wigs for really cheap. It's just a matter of whether or not you know how to handle it and make it work. So hopefully I can do more videos about wig care and tips that I have to offer, because I'm telling you, you can get a $10 wig and like nobody will know if you know what you're doing. How old am I? I've said it earlier, but I am 24, almost 25. Well, not almost, but almost. I'll be 25 in 2020. Who are some of your inspirations? I love this. Okay. Jenna Marbles, as far as YouTube goes, she's like #1 just because I love that. One, she's been doing it so long and she's been consistent. It's been like one a week for like 12 years now. You know what I mean? She never falls behind. And not to mention, she does, like, whatever she wants. Like, it could be the dumbest video, like, of her gluing stuff to her face. And I'm still gonna watch it, just because I absolutely adore her. She has a great personality. And that's something I strive to be, you know? Like, she's a person, you know? I don't see her as, like, a YouTuber. Like, she's an actual person. That's something I really look up to. Also, Shane Dawson, of course. He was one of the first YouTubers I ever started watching. And I really liked his old, when he did like skits and sketches. That used to be really cool on YouTube. So my first YouTube channel, I did things like that. Jump cuts. I always thought his jump cuts were super cool and super good editing. I don't know. I took a lot of inspiration from him over the years. So those are definitely two of my top inspirations. There's a bunch out there. Honestly, if I can give the absolute like cheesiest answer that is the God's honest truth, it's you guys. You guys inspire me. Just the smallest things, like DMing me that, hey, I bought a wig because I saw your tutorial, or I drew this picture of you. Just like little things that maybe you don't think have an impact, but like literally, if I'm down in the dumps, like, seeing that stuff just really makes my freaking day, and it makes me, like, want to keep going, just because I know I feel insignificant, and I think I don't matter, but just knowing to someone out there I matter, even though I'm just a person on the internet, you know what I mean? Not even that big of a person on the internet. I am, like, a little fly on the wall that is the internet. But I don't know, that kind of stuff is really what inspires me the most. Just knowing you guys are here, whether it's one person, whether it's 500 people, whether it's 10,000 people, like somebody is here and is rooting for me, and that's such a good feeling. Favorite scene queen of all time? You know, I don't even really think I can go throwing out names, because it's not like there was any one I focused on, because MySpace wasn't around for like that much longer after I first made my profile, because I was like 11, I think, when I got my first MySpace. And then by the time I was 12 or 13, everyone had already ditched MySpace and went to Facebook. So I really wasn't on there that long. Most of the people I saw weren't just circulating around the site. You know, there was like little fan art blingings done of them and stuff like that. I never really knew who the people were. And it was like a lot of time on Photo Bucket. So it's not like there was any one person that I really followed in particular. I just feel like the style and the subculture as a whole was like really inspiring to me, just to know that there was like that many people. I don't know if that makes sense. What's your favorite snack food? And I love you. I love you too. Thank you. You're an amazing person. I hope you're having the best day in the world. Thank you so much. My favorite snack food, there are like these weird like Korean potato chip things I buy at the grocery store. They're literally just called potato snacks. I don't know what they are. They're in like an orange bag. Maybe I can find a picture of them and put them up, but like those things like freaking hit, man. So that's like, I always love to have those when I'm editing and stuff because I always need like an editing snack. So that's some of my favorites. How long did your tattoos take to do? This little anti-possession. I keep forgetting like you can't see down here. Sorry. That one took forever, but he wasn't like the most experienced. It's fine. This one took like no time at all. Like maybe a half an hour. Same over here. This one took a little while. I don't know. My guy works fairly quick. I don't think I sat for more than like an hour and a half on any of mine. But I also have pretty small tattoos and I am a wimp, so I feel like I couldn't sit for that long. Like this one was the first one I gotten that it literally hurt so bad that I was just so ready for it to be done and I wanted to like shove them off, like stop that, it hurts. So yeah, none of mine took that long, but they're not very intricate pieces and I have a good tattoo artist. Shout out Matt Graham Tattoos. How long does it take you to do your hair every day? It doesn't, because it's a wig, so it takes me like 5 seconds to put it on. Maybe I have to like throw some hairspray in it, touch up the teasing. Maybe I have to like straighten the ends because they're a wreck because all my wigs are synthetic, but pretty much zero time. All my time is spent on my makeup. My favorite song, I don't think I can choose a favorite song. I have a lot of, pretty much any song that I like is my favorite song, you know what I mean? I guess if I'm going like out on a limb here and I'm just like picking one off the top of my head, I would say The Boy Who Could Fly by Pierce the Veil. So that's final answer. I'm locking it in. Favorite thing about doing YouTube and any tips for new people to making videos. Okay, so my favorite thing is just that I'm doing it. I'm very proud of me for like overcoming my anxieties and just doing the damn thing. Any tips I would have to offer, like I said earlier, just be prepared for people to be mean because they will be very, very mean. Try to ignore it. Don't focus on it too much. Don't take it too hard. And don't worry too much about like, oh, I don't have the best camera. I don't have great lighting. Like, my videos look like garbage 99% of the time. It's not like I'm shooting in 4K here, you know. I have this camera shoots in 1080p, but it's like a super old camera. I have this little tiny, it's like this big around, this ring light that clips to my table that I bought at Walmart for $20. Like, it's not that deep. I feel like all you need is a genuine personality and like you'll be fine, you know. And I'm not even in any position to give advice because I have like 10 videos. But just from what I've experienced over the years, just enjoy it and have fun. And that's the best advice that I can give you, is just do your thing and don't let people bring you down. Most of the technical stuff, like editing, and that's not what matters, you know. If I like someone, I'm going to watch them. I don't care what their videos look like. And finally, what is your real name? Alright, perfect. My name is... Okay, and that is it for today, guys. Hopefully this isn't too, like, I know this is probably going to be really long and I ramble, and hopefully it's not too excruciating. If I didn't answer your question, feel free to send it in again. Like, I'd like to do more of these in the future if you're interested. I don't want to talk about myself, like, and bore you, you know what I mean? I want to make sure it's something that you want. I don't know. But thank you for the questions, and thank you for being here. My ring light just got unplugged. But thank you for watching and for interacting and just being a person in general. It's really cool. Like I said, you didn't have to be here, you didn't have to watch this, but you did, and I appreciate it. And it gives me purpose. And I love you and all that sappy stuff, and I don't know what else to say. I'm just gonna go have fun, be safe, look both ways before you cross the street, and I will see you next Monday. Bye.